Hello everybody, this is Megan. Thank you for joining me this week, and this is this week's Business English lesson, and this week we will be drafting some business documents. So, let's have a look. Welcome to week 12 for Brian's class, and this is week 11 for Megan's class. So, drafting documents, what exactly does that mean? Well, before you write a document, you need to think about what you are going to write. This is called pre-writing. Pre-writing could include taking notes, talking to others about your idea, researching your idea or brainstorming. And once you have written your ideas, you can then draft it. During drafting, the writer organizes their thoughts into paragraphs and organizes their ideas. Finally, they will begin to start drafting their document. This is the first draft. So, now that we know we will be drafting documents, what will we be doing today? Well, firstly, we will review some common business idioms. Then we will draft a range of business documents to include a notice and a presentation, and we will also proofread some business documents. So, firstly, we are going to look at business idioms. But what is an idiom? So you can pause the video here while you think about what an idiom is. But I'm just going to move on. Watch the video and answer the question. What is an idiom?
Idioms. At Grammar Songs by Melissa. What is an idiom? More importantly, how can understanding idioms make me a better reader, speaker, listener, or writer? Let's get started. An idiom is an expression that cannot be understood from the meaning of its separate words, but must be learned as a whole expression. What? Huh? Okay, I know that sounds confusing, so let me explain. Idioms are a form of figurative language, which means the words cannot be taken literally or exactly. Literally? Exactly? Let me show you an example. You may have heard someone use the idiom, "It's raining cats and dogs." In a literal or exact sense, this expression would look something like this: it's raining cats and dogs. But the meaning of an idiom is figurative. The words and meaning don't exactly go together. "It's raining cats and dogs" really means it's raining very hard.
Okay, so after watching this video, what does an idiom mean? So, you can have a think about that. And an idiom then is a sentence or a phrase that we have in English where the words in the sentence don't mean what the idiom is saying. So for example, "It rains cats and dogs" is an excellent example of that. The literal meaning is the picture on the left with the cats and dogs falling out of the sky, but the figurative meaning is it means that it's raining very hard, which is the picture on the right. So that's why idioms can be quite difficult for English language learners, because the words within them are not what it means. Let's have a look at some business idioms. These are used in the world of business every day, but have you used them before? Match the idioms on the next slides to their meanings. And I quite like this picture of a paper jam. Okay, so A, match the business idioms on the left to their meanings on the right. So on the left, to run a tight ship, an uphill battle, in the loop, to call the shots, up in the air, to give the green light, and on the same page. You can pause the video here while you complete that exercise. But I'm just going to move on to the next exercise. Okay, and B, match the underlined expressions 1 to 5 to their meanings in A to E below. Number 1, will you lend me a helping hand? We really need to get the ball rolling on this project. To put it in a nutshell, the finance meeting was a disaster. Now that the permit has been approved, we expect to have plain sailing from here on. Let's touch base next week about the figures from the marketing meeting. So can you match those to their answers in A, B, C, D, and E? Guys, you can pause the video here while you complete this exercise. I will give you the answers for exercise A and B in the next slide. Okay, I hope you have completed that exercise because these are the answers. So in A, the answers were 1G, 2A, 3D, 4C, 5E, 6B and 7F. And in B, the answers were 1D, 2A, 3E, 4C and 5B. So now that we know some new idioms, can you fill the idioms from the last two exercises into these spaces? So fill in the gaps with idioms from the last two slides. You can pause the video here while you complete that exercise. Okay, I hope you've done it because I'm going to give you the answers. Number 1. I think that winning that contract is going to be an uphill battle. Our competitors are offering much better prices than we are. Number 2. Keep me in the loop while I'm away. I want to know what's going on within the company. Number 3. We want to add a few features to our website, but nothing has been decided yet. Everything is still up in the air. Number 4. The manager is the one who calls the shots around here. The workers' opinions don't count. Number 5. Our boss decided to give us the green light to begin work on the new marketing campaign. Number 6. Rachel runs a tight ship. She has no time for people who try to avoid work. Number 7. I am delighted to hear that we all are on the same page regarding the budget figures for next year. Number 8. I think that writing that report is going to be plain sailing. I have already spoken to the boss about the topics he needs me to discuss. It will be very easy. Okay, and now that we have some new expressions, can you discuss these business-related questions either with a partner or a friend, or even have a think about them yourself? Number 1, are there many uphill battles in your business? Number 2, who do you think should call the shots in a large company? Number 3, do you always get the ball rolling early on projects, or are there often delays? Number 4, who is responsible for giving the green light on work projects in your company? And number 5, is there anything in your work or in your business that is still up in the air? So you can pause the video here while you think about those questions. But I am just going to move on to the next section. So, we are going to listen to a text today called the Office Notice. So, let's meet the characters. This is Pierre and this is Mel. They work in the same company. Pierre works at the reception and Mel works in human resources. So today we are going to watch a video about their plans for a staff induction day. So before we listen to the videos, look at the following images. What is happening? Okay, you can pause the video and play them back if you want. But after looking at the photos, what do you think is meant by this term, Staff Induction Day? You can pause the video while you think about that. Well, a Staff Induction Day is the first day of a new job, or in university or college, the first day of a new course, where you are maybe getting lectures or getting maybe some training on what the job might involve or what the course might involve. So, now that we know that we are going to listen about a Staff Induction Day. So, listen to the telephone call between Pierre and Mel. Pierre is phoning Mel about an induction day that she has booked for this Thursday. Listen to the call and answer the question. What is Pierre's problem?
Unit 2. Training. Track 13.
Human Resources, Mel van der Horst speaking.
Hi, Mel. It's Pierre in the reception. I'm very sorry, but there is a problem with the room bookings for Thursday. It looks like B15 is double booked.
What? You mean we can't have that room at all?
No, what I meant was we can't really ask the CEO to shift her meeting, but it's only occupied till 11. You could have it afterwards.
After 11. What about the other meeting rooms?
Well, there's nothing free all day. We could put put you in B13 or C2 in the morning?
C2's the one next to the vending machines on the third floor, right?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, I think it's a slightly smaller room than B13, isn't it? We're going to need the space.
Look, I'm not sure which room would be better for you. Why don't you come down to reception, get the keys to both, and you can see for yourself?
No thanks. I'm sure B13 will be fine for a few hours.
Do you want to book it till 11 then?
No, better put us down till noon, in case the CEO's meeting overruns.
Okay, I'll put you in B13 from 9 to midday and B15 for the rest of the day. Thanks, Mel, for being so understanding.
Don't mention it. One thing, though, I'll email the people who are coming about the change, but they might not all read my message. Could you make sure that they know where to go when they arrive on Thursday morning?
Sure, Mel. I'll tell the others and leave a note in reception with the attendance list.
Thank you, Pierre.
Okay, so what is Pierre's problem? You can have a think about that for a minute. Well, Pierre's problem is that he has double booked Mel's room for the induction day. And to double book means that the room is booked twice. It is usually an accident. He didn't mean to book the room twice, but poor Mel now has a problem and Pierre has a problem. So this brings us on to our next question. Listen to the conversation again. How is the issue resolved? Okay, so listen to the conversation again. How is the issue resolved? Now, you can read it and listen and answer the question. Okay, so read, listen and answer the question. And the question is, how was the issue resolved? Okay, so how is the issue resolved?
Unit 2, Training, Track 13.
Human Resources, Mel van der Horst speaking.
Hi, Mel. It's Pierre in the reception. I'm very sorry, but there is a problem with the room bookings for Thursday. It looks like B15 is double booked.
What? You mean we can't have that room at all?
No, what I meant was we can't really ask the CEO to shift her meeting, but it's only occupied till 11. You could have it afterwards.
After 11. What about the other meeting rooms?
Well, there's nothing free all day. We could put you in B13 or C2 in the morning.
C2's the one next to the vending machines on the third floor, right?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, I think it's a slightly smaller room than B13, isn't it? We're going to need the space.
Look, I'm not sure which room would be better for you. Why don't you come down to reception, get the keys to both, and you can see for yourself?
No thanks. I'm sure B13 will be fine for a few hours.
Do you want to book it till 11 then?
No, better put us down till noon, in case the CEO's meeting overruns.
Okay, I'll put you in B13 from 9 to midday and B15 for the rest of the day. Thanks, Mel, for being so understanding.
Don't mention it. One thing, though, I'll email the people who are coming about the change, but they might not all read my message. Could you make sure that they know where to go when they arrive on Thursday morning?
Sure, Mel. I'll tell the others and leave a note in reception with the attendance list.
Thank you, Pierre.
Okay guys, so now that we have listened to the video twice, can we answer the question, how is the issue resolved? So you can think about that for a minute. Well, the issue is resolved by giving Mel 2 different rooms. Now she isn't entirely happy about it, but it is a solution to the problem. So Mel is going to get 2 different rooms and we are going to take a break. So have a few minutes to have a cup of tea or coffee and maybe a biscuit or 2, and then you can join me for the second part of the video and we are going to find out more about Mel and Pierre and Mel's training day. So what will happen? Do you think Mel will be happy with the change of rooms? So take a break and we will see you after the break. Bye.